is tempting to believe this is something of a spiritual kind, spiritual nature of the world. In addition to material we can see, there's something we can't see but we still believe, because tradition tells us, and our poorly and maladaptive traits that once were adaptive to believe in things we cannot see. But you cannot see atoms, but anyway they exist, because you can measure them rather than feel them and think, oh, wouldn't it be nice if these existed? There is no proof, there is no science or logic to tell you, it's just tradition, superstition, myth, and everything that exists is nothing but, don't you see that it's real? It's a material world in your material mind, but that doesn't mean you have to take it as if it's a mathematical problem. Each decision doesn't have to be led by spirit, but it doesn't have to be led by math. You can still see a world as just material world. There's nothing to see but material, but you don't have to die. You still have traits, you still can think, you still can love. It's just an explanation that doesn't lead to war and hate and crime and evil that still exists. It's just a thought and a pattern and human culture. But it's not in an immaterial thing. There is no magic, there is no spirit, it's just your mind, you live in your mind. But don't you see, you're too in your mind, you see the illusion as something real, though it can be explained in parts and particles and waves and all that's proven and picturable, actually picturable, not something of tradition, superstition, and myth. Can't you see there are so many world religions so similar, yet you only see yours as right, and you only see what you want to see, what's convenient because of your culture. Don't you see, you believe what you've been taught, what's easy in your culture. If you lived in China, you'd believe that too, but atheism is not in the culture. Soon it will be, I hope, soon it will be the norm, but you can't leave out the morals, the ways in which we must live socially. It's just a way of thinking, doesn't lead to war and hate and crime and evil. Evil, yes, evil still exists, just as particles and waves. But love, it's a thing There is no immaterial, but it begins to sound just like a word. What is material? You might as well believe in immaterial. But if you believe it exists, when it's only possible to exist, you've deluded yourself and you've thrown away your material mind, material life, material good, material potential you've thrown away, and you've been deluded into something that probably doesn't exist. Because you're faithful. Oh, what a trait, what a virtue to believe in things that don't exist. There is no God, there is no love. That is immaterial. It's material. Use your mind. Use your material mind.